5-episode season of special ops from Paramount with army soldiers marching while wearing night vision goggles and explosives detonating. Lioness is yet another action-packed thriller. Cruz was knocked unconscious by a chemical used in date rape in the previous episode, but Joe and her men managed to save her just in time, much to the chagrin of the CIA. Additionally, Joe's daughter, who was 14 years old, was now pregnant and had recently been in a vehicle accident. She would have to manage a lot of duties without making any mistakes, because she would be under a lot of strain. Here is what occurs in episode 5 as it reflects the effects of the previous episode. What is the team's destination under Cruz? Special Ops, Season 5, Episode 5. Until Bobby offers Cruz a fairly strong pick-me-up, Cruz is seen in Lioness as coming to her senses and feeling incredibly disoriented. Cruz is brought on board as well, since the crew must depart on a task that is of the utmost importance. The objective of the mission is to apprehend 6 terrorists from Arabia who are sheltering in a San Antonio, Texas, safe house. The CIA is abuzz about the El Paso raid that Joe's guys carried out, and the only way her men and Kyle, the operation head, will get off clean is if they can turn over the terrorists to the FBI. What happens with the mission? Cruz is eager to demonstrate her suitability to carry out a search and destroy operation, so Joe agrees to let her go along. As the 8-person squad approaches the safe house, Joe warns Caitlin to turn off the electricity before the team enters. They kill the terrorists with suppressed fire, but some of them hear the commotion and flee. In contrast, Joe's night vision goggles and the team's military attire make them no match in the dark against them. When Joe hears something whirring and decides to check out a closed door, Cruz steps in to save her, just as the militant wearing a suicide vest is ready to blow the bomb. Before the device detonates, the terrorist is shot, and as the team leaves, the bomb squad is notified of the active vest. Is there a growing friendship between Cruz and Aaliyah? Cruz has a new concern in the safe house where the Marines are located. In spite of the fact that she hasn't spoken to Aaliyah in 3 days, she keeps bombarding Cruz with SMS. Aaliyah is alone on a beach when she chooses to phone her to let her know she wants to talk to her again. She asks Zara to FaceTime her right away so she may see Cruz, as she is familiar with him. Cruz turns to face Aaliyah, but declines to show her the room she's in out of concern that Aaliyah could discover that Cruz isn't actually a student living in a dorm after all. Aaliyah instead extends a second invitation to Cruz to visit the beach, but this time Cruz declines, stating that she does not enjoy hanging out with Aaliyah's wealthy and conceited friends. In her response, she claims that now that all those ladies have left, all that is left is Aaliyah, and she would genuinely appreciate it if Cruz joined them. How does the episode come to a close? Aaliyah and Cruz are developing a closer bond, as she starts to trust Cruz in a way that she has never done before in a friend. Cruz finds it harder and harder to maintain her act, because she isn't used to having to deceive someone in order to get information. If this goes on for a very long time, Cruz could start to feel sorry for the woman, because she too is stuck in a situation where she is being passed off as a commodity from one family to another, without any real worth connected to her. Cruz can understand where Aaliyah's problems come from, since she has had similar treatment for the most of her life. She can also relate to Aaliyah's suffering when she claims she doesn't have a voice in whether or not she wants the marriage. Cruz may start assisting Aaliyah in escaping her predicament in the upcoming weeks, which would put the Amrohis mission as a whole in danger. Regardless, we'll have to wait and see what happens to Cruz and Aaliyah's relationship, and whether Joe and Neal's marriage will withstand this extremely trying circumstance. In the comments area below, let us know what you think. If the video appeals to you, you could decide to subscribe to the channel in order to watch more breakdowns. Your time and interest are much appreciated.